Hey everybody, I'm not going to hold you long, but I wanted to do this quick video. I had a dream about Jada Pinkett. After the slap, I was really intrigued about, well, even since the entanglement, I was really intrigued by that family, and I just kind of was wondering, like, what's the deal? So after the slap, I don't know if it was that night or a couple days later, I had a dream about Jada Pinkett. In this dream, it was young Jada Pinkett. Pinkett, yeah. And I remember her being like in the audience at like a studio audience, and Will Smith was on stage. And they asked Jada a question, and she was just full of joy and pride being Will Smith's wife. And it was like God was letting me know that she was super supportive of him. And then in the dream, I saw them in like a trailer, like a RV, like they were traveling, and all their family was on the RV, like maybe his parents and her parents, something like that. It was family on the RV, and she asked him if he wanted a Coke, but it was in like a black can, and she was like very attentive, and just the Holy Spirit was showing me like she was a devoted wife, and that was the end of the dream. And I believe the Holy Spirit gave me that dream because I had so much to say about the situation. Like, most people blame Jada for Will's behavior, and I was kind of on the side of everyone else, like, wow, she is really awful. But that's why you can't judge a thing until it's time. And we really don't know what goes on in these relationships. Because after that, I read his book. And in the book, if you read the book, Will Smith is no simp at all. He definitely ran his household. And pretty much because of all his ambition, to a certain extent, he ran it in the ground, according to him in his book. There were several times in his book where Jada wanted him to compromise on like big decisions, and wanted him to pay attention to her love language, and he didn't. His love language was like gift giving, and but like grand gift giving, grand acts of service, and she wanted something simple. There was an instance at her 40th birthday party. He he did a big old party where he showed like some tapes of her nana talking. And some people would enjoy something like that, but she's the type of person, she probably would have liked it in private. So she felt like it was his ego, because basically she felt like he should know her by now that she doesn't like these big grand things. Because the first day of her birthday party, they ate out at some restaurant with close family and friends, and she loved it. Then the second day, he had like Mary J. Blige come to perform or something in this huge party. And then he played the Nana's tapes over the big screen, and she just really didn't like it. But when you hear just like one side, you can say, oh my gosh, she's so ungrateful. But as I began to read the book, I could tell that Jada really did love Will Smith. Like there was another point in the book where he talked about when he first met her. She she had just bought like a ranch or something, a farm. And Will called her and said, you're going to be my girl. And she had just bought the farm. She never spent one night in that house. She just left to be with Will. There was another instance in the book where he talked about how he wanted to buy the huge house that they have, and she didn't want it. And the realtor went against what she said and was like, well, I know Jada doesn't like it, but I feel like you would love it. And he bought this big old house that his wife didn't like. Will was never a simp. I think that there's a lot that goes on in that marriage that we have no idea. And unless we ask God about things, we should keep quiet. Now, I don't think that Jada is an angel, but the beginning of the relationship, she really was devoted to him. And I just believe different things happened that turned her off from him. There's a lot of rumors that swirl around. Who knows what it is? But one thing about it, we got to stop paying attention to these celebrities and pay attention to God, and pray. And when things happen, pray and ask God. Because honestly, the little 5-second clips that we get of these people's lives is not enough for us to make a judgment. All right, God bless.